Hello, welcome back. So it is Monday the 8th, yes, Monday the 8th of December. I am not feeling as dreary as I was. I have got lots of deliveries in front of me. Nothing, Christmas present wise. I have got deliveries from Bricklink. I'm hoping that these are Bricklink deliveries because I am trying to get on top of all of the sets which I've got, which need like 10 or 15 pieces on it, and like rare pieces that I don't have. And that is stuff that I bought back from the charity shop, which needs washing because it's gross. Anyway, I thought I'd give you an update on asthma. So I've been a week back at work, only on very, very part-time hours, 4 hours a day, 4 times a week. The Tuesday I went back, I was pretty bad. And then I have been kind of okay. I've given up. So I'm a week now not having any fizzy drinks. So Pepsi was a big thing that I used to have. I wasn't like one of these people who has like lots and lots of stuff. I never have the diet versions because I don't have anything that has saccharin and aspartame, and I've been like that since the 90s when they first appeared with this stuff because I had allergic reactions to them. So I only ever have like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Lucozade have, since the sugar tax, Lucozade have redone their recipe, so it's something I can have now. Iron Brew, the original recipe version of it, I can have, but those are pretty much what I'll have. And I've not had any carbonated drinks. I am tempted because I like a nice fizzy drink, but I have stayed off them to see how I do. And I've been okay. So the first day that I was back at work, I was feeling pretty terrible. And I have also kept up with healthy eating in that I've been having a lot of spinach, a lot of fish, a lot of salads and other bits with that. And keeping pretty good. I have also steered clear of chocolate, as in the high sugar content chocolate. I have not completely denied myself because I have 80% cocoa chocolate, and I'm allowing myself a square of that of an evening after food. So I've done all of those things. The tail end of last week, I was great. I was feeling fantastic. Today, I've been in work this morning, and I don't know if it was just because there was only 2 of us in. And it was busy for some reason, even though it was like a Monday morning and it should have been not very busy. It was very busy. There's lots of donations, and it was either I'm in the front dealing with customers or I'm in the back processing and dealing with customers. So I've done that, but I have done a lot of heavy lifting, and maybe I shouldn't have done, maybe I shouldn't. I was feeling a bit rough and I was trying to think what it was, and then I've come home and the monthly gift is here, so I think we can put it down to that. So other things which I have been doing, I have been taking the Ginkgo biloba and ginseng, which I've just thrown across the room. So I'm just basic stuff which I've picked up at Tesco. I've been on them. I've been on Echinacea. I don't know how good they are. I don't feel that they've done much at all. Now these, I've had these since Wednesday last week, and these are expensive. These are gummies and they're nice. They taste nice. And these ones specifically, they're called Mulane gummies, but they've got all of these, and it does say specifically on there that it's for respiratory care. So I did a bit of it after I got fed up with my doctor. I did decided to use Google as my doctor and see what they suggested, and pretty much most of them, and this is including Ask Me UK, suggested that. So I have gone out and I haven't gone out. Amazon sent this. And it's got all of these things which are pretty good for you. You know, it's got the ginger, although I've got ginger in there, so I'm kind of doubling up on the ginger. Licorice root, the marshmallow root, which I didn't know that was a root, but that was one of the ones that was good. And elderberry was supposed to be good. I mean, vitamin C is good generally. These are really nice, you know, and I mean they'd have to be, because this costs 25 quid. Resealable, tastes like pineapple. It's a proper like sweet, and it's nice. So I feel that that's done some good for me. But obviously also they're getting back into a routine and getting up in the morning and having a reason to like get ready on time, get myself dressed, have somewhere to go, be organised, get my post done, drop that off, to be walking somewhere with purpose, because I haven't had any exercise the 2 months I've been off sick. So it has been good to walk and do something in a day. So I think that might have added to it. So yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling quite confident with things. I'm on my old medication. I haven't dealt with my doctor because I'm so fed up with them. And hopefully just being on track, doing something useful will sort me out. But anyway, even though I felt like I'd probably done too much, I've then done even more too much in the fact that I had to go and pick up this parcel, which I completely forgot. And I think in my head, I know that I'd bought like a very small, like 2 kilogram bundle of Lego, and I was like, yeah, that's all it is. Now this, I thought it was all empty boxes. Turns out it wasn't. I mean, I did read on there that it was 5 kilograms, and I didn't even think about the fact of it. And then I picked it up, and it was 5.5 kilograms. I can't really complain. I got home, and then when I walked in the door 5 minutes later, it started pouring with rain. So I can't complain because the gods are looking out for me. However, I've now got some work to do, because I ideally would like to have these listed before Christmas. So I have got a bunch of Technic sets. I don't think any of these complete. In fact, I know that most of these aren't complete, and I haven't really even looked at them because, well, they're mushed up. Yeah, so this one, for example, does not have much in there. So I do have a lot of my own spares. I'm sitting next to my Lego drawers here, but I can't pull out my bottom one because I've now piled up a load of packaging. I do believe that is on the bottom one. Is that the wheel that I need? No. 62 by 20. I mean, if I'm lucky, I'll have what I need, but I know that there's one of the ones which is really good on there. I've got another drawer in the other room which is full of Lego. I would be in the other room, but my husband is on. He's on a Teams call. That's all I'm going to say about that. He's on a Teams call. So this one is it's got the motor. I feel that I might have some of those motors. I put all of my stuff away in a tin. Let me just see what I've got. What is it with tins when you pick them up? So this, I had all of this in a drawer with something else, but I also had like magnet stuff in there, and I was just like, batteries and magnets don't mix. So this is all my battery boxes. I think the thing is that I'm always just a bit nervous when I have battery boxes, so I just put them aside and don't deal with them. I've got it. So I've got the spare of that. Naturally, I haven't tested any of this, so I don't know if it works. I've got lots and lots of accessories, and I could do with like depleting this, because just one more battery pack and I don't have anywhere to put it, because I am quite organised with where all my parts are. It's just the thing is about this time of year, because everybody goes into their loft and have a domestic with one person in the loft and one person halfway down the ladder, and at the bottom of the ladder, and then there's an argument about the sheer extent of stuff that's in lofts. This time of year there's some very, very good eBay listings, so I like to jump on them. So yeah, I think I can get that. Conservatively, I'm going to say that most of these sets are £20. Some of them may be less, some of them may be more, but I don't know, because I'm going to have to go through all my spares and see what I've got. This one, I have opened this one because, the box was hanging open anyway, but I'm pretty sure that out of all of the ones in here, this is the one which will be at the £50 region. The reason that I opened it is because I could see it had this big wheel, and I know I've had that big wheel before, and I went seeking out what it was, and it was a tractor, a red tractor, and I only had one of the wheel, and I ordered another one of the wheel, and I had all of the spares for it, and I made the set, and I got £80 without the box or the instructions, so I was well happy with that, and it was a quick sale as well. So I think this is one of the ones that's a £50 set, easily with the box. The box, which has an insert in it, and the insert has got all the bits on there, but I can see that I've only got two of them, but I've only got one. I've only got one of that. These ones are quite useful in that they do actually say on the actual tyre what they are, 24 by 43, which definitely wasn't that. You see, now I've got a battery box sat here. There is a lot of tidying that needs to take place. Yeah, you see, that is so much smaller than that, so I definitely don't have that. I have a drawer here full of wheels, and I know what I have, and I know that I don't have giant wheels, so that will be more Bricklink stuff. Bricklink is useful, but it's like, I've had these two delivered today, but I've also had another one which for some reason they've sent with a signature, so that one has now gone off to be kept hostage, and then to try and, like, as long as they come tomorrow morning before I go to work. But for the most part, people get back to you quite quickly. I have never bought on Bricklink before, but my first experience with it wasn't great. So weird. What's this? I think they've sent me the wrong thing. It better just have one. It better just have like random parts in it. What a weird thing to send somebody. You see, now I don't want to open it and damage the box. I know what I'm expecting. It's like a hole and the rest of it. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that carefully at some point, but hopefully that's just got parts in there that I'm expecting, and it's not actually this weird 2016 that is. So I really hope that they haven't got confused. I mean, my experience so far is that I've done 2 orders. Now the first one, I put the order in and then I had to wait for them to get back to me with an invoice, which took them 2 days, and then I paid for it, and then I was like, is it coming? And then the next person that I bought off was very clear, but then I had to sort of go on and pay for them via a friends and family link through PayPal, which I do kind of understand because obviously they take a lot of money from them. So I did that. And then they sent me multiple emails telling me what was going on. So that was a really good experience. And now I've got loads of other orders outstanding. The problem with it is that I have got about 100 parts that I need, because I have literally got like about 50 sets of things which need like bits here, there and everywhere, and potentials which I could make. And I put them all in a wish list, and then they have an easy buy option, but it's not so easy buy because it comes up with some extortionate price, like £400 for all these parts that you need, and it'll be like in Germany will be your seller. So then they'll send you an invoice with a wild postage amount on it. So I haven't gone from that, and I'm sort of like doing it bit by bit through UK buyers, which I can only do on my laptop. Which is easier said than done when people keep taking time on your laptop with Teams calls. But there you go. So yeah, I've got the majority of that stuff in there. I've got then. What is all of this? Just making chaos. So I'm fairly confident that all I'll have to do for that one is order that tyre. Lots of random parts, and yeah, just got the standard brochure in there. These are all from 1986. You can't go by that. It is 1986. Yeah, so I'm confident that one is going to be one of the pricier ones. It doesn't end there. So this job lot, I don't know why this is in 2 pieces here, but this has come from a charity, I believe. Yeah, it's come from a hospice charity. So I have spent £30 on this. It was badly listed, and all it showed was the boxes, and it didn't suggest as far as I was concerned, they were going to be empty boxes, possibly. But then it did say 5 kilograms of Lego. So I thought, well, it can't be 5 kilograms of Lego just for empty boxes. So there's got to be something in there. This is the next one. This is in really good condition. I haven't investigated on this because even the tape is almost intact. It does make you wonder. Just see, I want to make sure. So this side has been opened. It's like with that one, I don't want to start like going at it hell for leather. It's just so unusual to have the original adhesive. See, it's still pulling stuff off. It don't matter how gentle you are. Every side wants to pull it off. I'm going to cut that later. I am not going to do it that way. Right, don't know what's in there, but I know that one is only going to be a £20 set. But like I say, I've spent 30 and £8 postage. It is in here, even though it's in pieces. £7.95 on postage, so £38 in. This one looks good. This one looks like I can open this one. So you see, that one's ripped, but this is also a very good condition box. 1984. I think that's why I jumped on this, and nobody else was bidding on it, and I just thought, well, people like Technics. I hate putting Technics together. There we go. I hate putting Technics together, but people will pay good money for the right sets when it comes to Technics. That's seen better days. I don't know why it's been cut down the side. This would have been the part which I struggled with. But I think I have got, that's the sum of two parts, that is. And there is two of them. Yeah, that's the one that I haven't got. And they are pneumatic. And it's still pneumatic. So, that looks good. It's these that I struggle with as well. These bendy pipe things, which I often don't have when it comes to Technic sets. So I've got that one. Then the last Technic set that I've got box is that one, which again is this, but in a different format in this one. I had this one growing up. It hasn't got the insert inside it because it's supposed to have like a tray, a polystyrene tray. The reason that I got into this is from pulling all the stuff out of my loft and knowing that I couldn't like have all of this Lego sat in my apartment. Hey, there's a guy in the bottom of it. A very nice motif condition space figure. And instructions, yeah, but that is supposed to have a polystyrene bit which isn't in there. Is this part of it? I feel that it wasn't. Anyway, I'll get the inventory online. I'll sort that out. So I've got some instructions in here. I've got that one, which is another set which I don't have the box for. So that I may be able to build. I might not be able to build. I don't know. I would think that I can pull that together. 8890. I'd seen that in the picture and I was like, oh, I hope that's got the stickers in it. Not so lucky. It had some stickers in here which were some really good stickers and stuff that I needed for other sets, like stuff like that. I know it had the shop sign on there and other things which I needed, but that hasn't got it in there. A few more leaflets. I've got a whole bunch of base plates. Two of them are base plates which I've previously ordered on something else, or something which I wanted to put together, and I haven't put it together because time has elapsed. And then the last thing I have is this, which will probably be the easiest thing for me to do, because this is I can easily go to if I haven't got the bricks, for example. Haven't got those bricks, I can go straight to my store here and I've got lots and lots of these bricks, but this will be a nice one to have just prior to Christmas because it's a nice little set. It's a basic set of Lego and it's got an instruction manual with it, because people like to pretend that it isn't 2025. Nearly said 2015 there. Yeah, it's got the instructions, although they feel like they're a bit disconnected. Do you know, I've had these before and I thought before that they were a bit strange. Maybe they were never supposed to be connected. Maybe that was it. Because there's no page numbers on these. So maybe they always were disconnected. I don't know. But this is a very clean set and very clean Lego, and I don't have to sit and bleach any of this because it's all really clean and just looks like it's been in a loft since the 80s and not touched. So I am going to jump on these and try and get them inventoried tonight and start building some of them and hopefully get them listed by the end of the week. So what are we on? We're on the 8th. It's terrible. This is the one thing which I'm gutted about being ill, in that it's just the timing of it is so bad because it's such a good time to earn money, and if I'd actually been on top of things I would have got so much more listed, but I was at a point where I'd hardly listed anything, and at the end of November, on the 30th of November, I had 40 listing allowance left out of 250, which I normally go well over. So I had to pull a load of stuff off, because I think today, the 8th, is the first day that I've got something which is new, which is a buy it now, which is ending, and then we'll relist. Because I literally had a bunch of the stuff which was ending at the start of the month, which I just relisted to use up my allowance, because I just thought it can't go on like this. I mean, surely I'll feel good about myself and I'll be able to get some stuff listed. So I am hoping that I can pull my finger out and I can get some stuff listed. I have a box of clothing because I finally got outsourcing. This is why I know that I was feeling a lot better last week, because I worked Tuesday, Wednesday. On the Thursday, I went out and I bought us a small Christmas tree, because I can't be bothered to put up the big Christmas tree. And I went out and bought us a small Christmas tree, and I went out early doors. And I also went to Bernardo's charity shop. So I got a load of stuff there last Thursday. So I had a fairly decent day. And I felt energetic. And I carried stuff up from the car, which, we live on a top floor apartment. So I was able to carry stuff up the stairs without getting out of breath. So I know that I was having a good couple of days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's just up and down. I do honestly think that I'll get there. But anyway, that is my update. This is my chaos. So it's going to be an evening of Lego. And hopefully I can get a load of this ready for listing. I'm not necessarily going to, it's like with that, I really don't think I'm going to go through this, because I doubt that I'll get any more than £15 for that, because it's very basic. What year was this? Why won't they put the information where I want it? It doesn't tell me what it is, but I feel that it's late 70s, this one. 1981. That's sort of right. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to get much for that one, but that's why I'm not going to build that one, because it's not going to command a lot of money. But these ones I probably will have to sort them out. But I'm going to see where I can get to and get as much of it sorted, ready for tomorrow morning. And then hopefully it's not going to be pouring with rain tomorrow. I can get some photos done, and then later on I will be able to list them, because I won't have time to list them before I've got to go to work. Well, I would have time to list them before I go to work. However, I won't have access to my computer. Right. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that any of you out there who've got asthma have, found something that they may be. You don't have to get Mullein gummies. There's a cheaper supplement version of this, but this is supposed to work, and it does say supports easy breathing and wellness. Natural herbal blend for respiratory care. And I'll tell you something, when you've spent multiple £9.80 charges on the NHS for prescriptions that you then haven't used or haven't worked out well for you, I'm happy to pay £25 for them if they sort me out. Fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Goodbye.